Hi, I'm Catherine, and in this video I just want to introduce myself and then walk you through my early pregnancy. So I have 3 children, a 3.5-year-old, an almost 2-year-old, and a 1-week-old. I got my period started here when I first found out that I was pregnant, my latest pregnancy. So it really has been a full oily pregnancy birth, which is quite an experience for me and for our family. So today I'm just going to share with you my pregnancy story, what I experience when I'm pregnant, which is different for every woman, but hopefully you might find some common experience or ailment and I might be able to share with you what I did, and I might be able to support you in some way. So first, an important part of my story is that I had a miscarriage before any of my children were born. So for me, the first trimester is a really precious time for supporting my body and my baby. So I was cautious when introducing oils into my life because it was something new to my body, and I didn't want to do anything that could jeopardize my baby. So I did a lot of research. There are some oils that it's not advisable to use while you're pregnant. Now that's not because they're dangerous or unsafe in any way, it's because they help support bodily functions that you don't want while you're pregnant. Things like regular menstrual cycles and things like that. That's the opposite of pregnancy. So we don't want to use oils that are going to do that. And I definitely didn't want to do that in my first trimester. So I was really cautious and thorough in my research, and I want to encourage you to do the same. Oils are a very personal thing, and you need to do what you're comfortable with. So when I first got my premium starter kit, there are a couple of things that I jumped straight into. I love DIY. That's one of the things I love about my oils, that I can take control over what's happening to my body. And my home, I can really be in control of that and make things. So I jumped into a couple of DIYs straight away. My first one was my face roller. Now, it's weird that I'm talking about a skincare product in a pregnancy video, but I actually found that this face roller actually helped with my morning sickness. So I'd wake up and be feeling a little bit queasy. I'd quickly breastfeed my toddler, which would help for me. It helps stabilize my hormones and I would not feel queasy anymore. But then a little while later, it would start to creep back in. And I'd go into the bathroom and put on my face roller. And I don't know if it was the peppermint or the frankincense in this or whatever, but it would set on my tummy. I would especially rub it under my nose, kind of around my mouth area, so get that smell into me as much as possible. And it helps settle my tummy and salt my skin. So that was really handy. The other thing that I made was the purification spray, which in our house we call Stink Away. Other people call it Purify or something lovely, but I have sons and a husband, we call it Stink Away. That's what it does. In our bathroom and in the boys' room where we're changing napkins and everywhere, I had it purification diffusing all the time. It would help to neutralize those odors and keep my stomach contents in my stomach, which, aside from staying pregnant, is my second biggest priority in my first trimester. After my first pregnancy, I vomited for 12 hours a day for 17 weeks. So I did not want that to happen again. And purification really helped me with that. Also, I found that in my previous pregnancies, things would get on top of me. Things like a sniffle or something would just stick around for ages. I get a bit of sinus allergies in autumn, and it would then escalate into something more. So I really wanted to support my immune system and use oils to strengthen my body to try and avoid getting sick. And I can actually tell you that I didn't get sick. I used my wellness roller, which is bees and carrier oil, just to help support my immune system, to try and keep my body strong. I would also, at night, sleep roll up to help me get to sleep. One of the problems I have when I'm pregnant, I get to sleep, and then I'm waking up 5 times during the night to go to the bathroom, and then I can't get back to sleep again. So this roller would sit on my bedside table, and when I would wake up, go to the toilet, I would come back to bed, put that roller back on. I put it on my wrists, so I could curl up, and something on my wrists, I'd rub it on the back of my neck. Sometimes I would rub it on my feet, on my ankles, anywhere I could possibly rub it. especially I have toddlers, as I said. So I'm getting up 5 times a night to go to the toilet. They're using dummies and drink bottles and deciding tonight's the night to toilet train and they need to go to a toilet. So waking up a lot is a huge part of my pregnancy, and that sleep roller just helped to relax me, clear my head. So that's my first trimester, and there's other things I carried on throughout my whole pregnancy. Then I hit my second trimester, which is when you're supposed to get all this wonderful energy, you're glowing, everybody knows you're pregnant. It's just this beautiful free time and enjoying being a pregnant woman before things get uncomfortable. But for me, it wasn't like that. I was exhausted. I was working, got 2 little kids. I was knackered every single day. It's getting a bit windy. You can still hear me. Every single day, I had to have a nap. Had to. I put my kids down for a sleep, and if they weren't sleeping, I was getting cranky because I need a nap. I'm exhausted. I was getting cranky at my friends who would invite us to a birthday party or something on a Saturday afternoon. And I'm going, are you for real? I have to have a nap. What is wrong with you people? No, that's ridiculous. What kind of a friend are you? I was really getting quite angry. And my husband was really supportive of me, and he didn't actually draw it to my attention that was completely irrational. But one day I realized that that's wrong. I should not be that tired in my second trimester, and I definitely shouldn't be getting angry at people for inviting me places. And then I ordered this. Started taking 60 mils every morning, first thing when I would wake up. And within about a week and a half, I noticed that I wasn't actually desperate for a nap each day. In fact, there were some days that week that I didn't nap, and the world didn't end, and I wasn't a ball of exhaustion. And then we were moving house, and I was starting my third trimester. I was supposed to be getting tired. And I realized that I was only napping once a week after church on a Sunday like normal people do. I wasn't actually desperate for a nap every single day. This changed my life. I wasn't exhausted. I wasn't falling asleep on the couch at 8:30 every night after having a nap, which I was in my second trimester. So 60 mils of this every day, and suddenly I felt functional again. I felt like I could be a wife and a mum. I wasn't just surviving, which was really, really nice. Also, in my second trimester, I started getting lots of muscle aches. And carpal tunnel. I get pregnancy-induced carpal tunnel, which for my first pregnancy I had for 6 months, the last 6 months of my pregnancy. And it was debilitating. With my second, I also had it, not as much because I wasn't on the computer quite as much, but I couldn't lift my toddler at times. Both of my wrists were completely disabled. So this time, I looked it up, and I made myself this tan away lotion, which was about a third full of other lotion that I have, and I put in maybe 10 drops of tan away. And I rubbed it on my wrist. So I spent one day in the garden working really, really hard, and that night I was like, oh no, I'm treating my carpal tunnel. So I made up this lotion, and I rubbed it into my wrist, and I slept with my hands and wrists. And I woke up the next morning and it was completely gone. The next weekend, I went out into the garden again, spent the day with my 2 bulbs, and came in that night, and again, my wrist was terrible. I did the same thing again, and it went away. And it didn't come back. I didn't have any more carpal tunnel issues for the rest of my pregnancy, which was shocking because I'd had it for 6 months in my first pregnancy. So that had really helped. So then I kept this pan away lotion on the side of my bed, on my bedside table, and any cramps in the middle of the night, I would rub this into aches and pains, rub it into, my husband started calling it my magic cream, because, you know, muscle spasms, I had some sciatica at a time, I rubbed some into it, and it just helped support my muscles and relieve that stress. Third trimester for me is just about being huge and uncomfortable. I retain a lot of fluid. I carry my babies quite tight, which means all of my organs are squished and everything's really uncomfortable. Everyone's very complimentary, but it just really hurts. So that means a lot of heartburn. Now, my heartburn kicks in probably at the end of my first trimester, to be really honest. I manage it with diet. I avoid sugar as much as possible and things like that, which helps. This also helped. On the days I had this, my heartburn was less. On the days I didn't, my heartburn was more. And then in my final trimester, I finally started using C-Gize. I would just rub a couple of drops down my esophagus here, and it helped. Honestly, my reflux is debilitating. I can't talk to people or hold a normal conversation. But this helped to get rid of that edge. It was still niggling in the background. Perhaps I could have used it in other ways or used it earlier. I'm not sure. We might see if I have a fourth child. But definitely it helped take the edge off of it, which was really nice. Now I also mentioned fluid retention. I get sausage fingers and toes by that lunchtime. I couldn't make a fist properly. There was too much fluid in the way you could feel fingers and stitching together. So at lunchtime, I would rub in some campaign with a couple of drops of tangerine, a drop of Cyclex, and rub some cream into my hands and my feet. When my fluid retention was the worst. And by dinner, my hands and my feet were normal. It just helped to stimulate my body to get rid of that fluid a little bit more, which was nice. Now, I also mentioned my pan away. One night I got into bed to my pillow fort, and there was a huge middle of my back. I was in agony. I could not get to sleep. My husband was asleep and he was unwell, so I was not going to wake him. What do I do? What do I do? And then I remembered reading about Vala and Vala 2 being called a chiropractor in a bottle. So I thought, that sounds awesome. That's what I need right now. I need a chiropractor. But it's midnight. So I, lying in bed, was looking everything up on my phone, and went out and got this and put one drop on the arch of my foot and rubbed it. One drop on the other arch of my foot and rubbed it, and then laid back down again. And by the time I got into my pillow fort again, into my back had gone. Now, don't ask me to explain any of that or tell you why that happened or how that happened. All I know is it happened, and I loved it. So, Vala now lives on my bedside table. It's a go-to for me. People use Vala for all kinds of other reasons. This is why I use Vala, my chiropractor. Then, also, just as a side note, other things that I found supportive during my pregnancy is this massager. Really cool. It vibrates. I got it as a volume bonus with my ER order. You put oils in these little vials, you turn it on, and massages your back with these oils. The great thing about this is my 18-month-old at the time and my 3-year-old can use it. They know how. And in fact, my 18-month-old came and got me one day, got it, made me lie down on the couch, give me a back massage. So if you have kids, I highly recommend this as an investment because they can give you a massage. Oh, that's stressing me. They can use it to give you a massage in the middle of the day while husband is at work or whatever. An 18-month-old gave me really good pressure. Anyway, so there's that. There's also this relaxation massage oil, which we were using, which was really nice. I wanted to use it during labour, so we used it beforehand as well, so that I would kind of start to associate the smell with relaxation. And finally, I made 2 blends. So I'll probably talk a little bit more about this first one, my postpartum care. But this is my hemorrhoid elixir, which has 1 drop of peppermint, 5 drops of geranium, 5 drops of lavender, 2 drops of cypress, 2 drops of frankincense. Hemorrhoids are horrible. Some people get them while they're pregnant, some people don't. I think after my first baby was born, I definitely had hemorrhoids while pregnant with my subsequent pregnancies because it's kind of just there. And so as soon as they appear, just dabbing a little bit of this on a cotton bud, applying it every time you use the loo, and it helps clean it up quite quickly. And this is what I call my drop zone prep. So in about 3 weeks before I was due, I actually started using it 4 weeks before I was due because I thought I was going to have my baby early, which I ended up having early, so there you go. So 3 weeks before, you just start massaging it, securing the hair and all that zone, all of the drop zone. It has 8 drops of geranium and 5 drops of lavender, just to help prepare the area. And then in the final week, I added 5 drops of fennel to just help get that area ready. And I really think it did a good job. I didn't have any tearing or anything like that. which was good. Geranium and lavender are also used in quite a few of my delivery products that we'll go into the next video about later. And so just associating that smell really, really helpful. So for me, I forgot one. I also was getting quite a lot of Braxton Hicks in the latter stages of my pregnancy. And because my second child was born premature, they were freaking me out. So I'm not going to another premature baby. I do not want to do that. So I was doing everything I could to try and stop my Braxton Hicks, which actually ended up being my sleep time roller, lavender and fiber. Just rubbing that on my tummy to help relax the muscles. Putting my feet up, resting and rubbing this on my tummy and my sleep roller really, really helped to relax those muscles and keep things good. Baby stadium, so yes, so that's me. That's my pregnancy story of this little bub. I have to say that it was a much more enjoyable pregnancy than my first two. There were challenges. You know, my body's having to birth baby in 3.5 years. My body's tired. So there were challenges. I did have a lot more backaches, but I had a lot more answers, which I guess is the point. So I will see you and we'll talk about labour.